Hey guys, Mark here with Reaper Airsoft, and as promised, I'm going to do a video today of how to convert your Walther PPQ limited edition into a full auto, semi-auto pistol here. Tools going to be needed today are a pair of needle nose pliers, a small Phillips head screwdriver, a small flat file, and a small utility knife. I am a little bit OCD when it comes to my guns. This is why I have the file and the utility knife. You can probably get away with doing this with just the Phillips head and the pair of needle nose. I like my stuff to be perfect, so this is what I'm using. As I said, this is the Walther PPQ limited edition. I do have my laser on there. Like I said, I was going to put it on there. And let's get straight to it, guys. First thing you want to do is slide the slide all the way back. When you pull the slide back, if you pull it back a little bit after you get it chambered, pull down on this little tab section right here, slide the slide all the way forward. Now you can set your lower receiver off to the side, and what we're going to want to focus on today is this section right here. If you guys can see this screw, let me see if I can get the camera to get in on it. That little screw right there we're going to take out. So we're going to start by taking that out. Don't lose any of this stuff. I, of course, am using my Elite Force Tech mat, so I don't lose anything at all. There's not really much to lose per se, but you still don't want to lose anything. After you pop that screw out, you want to pop this plastic plate out. It can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but you can pop it straight up. We're going to pull that out, and we're going to knock this little metal lever out. Now, once we have that out of there, we can set the upper off to the side. The thing we need to knock off of here is this little plastic detent right here. This little piece right there is what we need to knock out. What this detent does is it holds the selector lever. This is the selector lever. It holds it in place and it keeps it in position. Now on the bottom of this assembly, you're going to notice this little notch in the plastic right here. This is a piece of spring plastic, and what it does is this little selector lever has two little small grooves in there that keeps it locked into place when you go from semi to full. As you slide it back and forth, it will lock into place. It's not going to float on you. You're not going to lose semi-auto permanently or anything like that, but it's there just to help keep this in place, and it will actually click in place quite nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by taking my utility knife, and right on this tab edge here, I'm going to try and get a couple strikes in just to score the plastic on both sides, just enough that when I go to snap this piece off, it snaps off cleanly and it doesn't break anything else. Like I said, it is a little bit overboard, but I am OCD about my guns and I want to make sure they're perfect. You're going to take your needle nose pliers and you're going to grab. And when you grab this, you want to grab as close to the base of the plastic as possible. You don't want to grab the thicker piece, you want to grab that tab itself. And you don't want to yank on it, you just want to kind of rock it back and forth to get it to snap, and it'll actually snap pretty easily. So once you get it to break free, you can give it a little twist if you got a little residual hang up. We got it free. There's that little tab. We can get rid of it, throw it away. We're done with our needle nose pliers. And this is where the utility knife and the file is going to come in handy. I like to shave this down smooth. See if I can get that on camera a little bit better. Because I have a little bit of excess there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I have a little bit of excess plastic left over from when I broke it off. I don't want that there. I want it gone. I want it to look like it's factory set, already cut. So I'm going to scrape some of it off. And don't cut yourself, guys, obviously. And take your time. You want it to look good. You don't want it to be all screwed up. I understand you're not going to see it, but you know, nice to have some pride in your stuff. After you cut off the bigger notch, I take the file, the small flat hand file, and I just smooth it out. That way I have no burr, no plastic, nothing there. Now, you're going to want to make sure you blow the plastic dust off of this, obviously. And once you have it all smoothed out, that's what you're going to have. You're no longer going to have that notch there. And this piece, this little selector arm, is going to sit in there, and you're going to be able to click it back and forth, and it's going to click into place pretty nice, and it's going to stay into place pretty nice. So now we got to go back to assembly. take your lower receiver. Keep in mind, my barrel is pointed to my left. When you put this selector notch in there, that cutoff lever right there back in, you need this high piece, the L. The high piece itself is going to stand up, and you want it to be towards you. So when you drop it in, it's pretty simple to drop it in. It'll go straight in. Now, remember where we cut off? That little corner there? Same way. It'll drop in. It'll drop straight down and in. You don't want to line it up. Make sure it's in place. And all you do is screw it back together. Now once you have them screwed back together, all you have to do to select from semi-automatic and full automatic is slide this little piece over. As you can hear, it clicks in. It doesn't slide, it doesn't rattle. With this notch out of the way, it lets the slide cycle in full automatic. It will not interrupt it until you let go of the trigger. If you ever want it to go back to semi-automatic, you just slide it back out. Now the nicest feature about this already being done, you know, you pull it apart one time, that's it. That's all you have to pull it apart. When you slide this back together, you actually have access to it without taking the gun apart. So you no longer have to disassemble the gun to get to it. You can come, slide the slide all the way back. Like I said, I like using a screwdriver just because my fingers are big. I can get in there easier. But we can slide it over to the left and then back into semi-auto, and we're good to go. Pretty easy. And that's it, guys. We're gonna load this baby up. I've already got my mags loaded. I've got both my standard and my high capacity mags loaded. I'm using Elite Force .20 tracer BBs just because I had the bottle open. My son uses them as a night light just because they glow extremely well. And of course I'll be using Elite Force fuel for this. So we're going to cut it here. We're going to go chrono this gun, and we're going to do a full auto shoot test. So give me 1 second. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see it, but outside it is raining today, and I'm not going to go outside and get wet. So we're going to chrono the pistol inside the house here. There's already a BB in the chamber, so it's going to fall out when we feed it. Keep in mind, Mike beat the crap out of it while we had it at the field. He shot it a couple times the way he shouldn't have shot it. So we're going to see if it actually picks this up and reads it. Alright, so we're averaging about 295 to 302. What we're going to do now is we're going to switch this thing over into full automatic, and we're going to do a full auto burst. Like I said, it's just a little bit easier for me since I got big fingers. I can't reach in there. I'm shooting into the box here. This is the 44 round mag. I don't have it all the way filled, but you will get the idea. Ready? Not too bad. I have no complaints. There is a lot of vibration there. As I said, if you do this modification, it does void your warranty. Just keep that in mind, guys. You know, as quick as that, back to semi. That's essentially the breakdown. Like I said, please like, share, comment.